So a couple weeks ago, I'm out for a drive with the kids and Knockin' on Heaven's Door by Bob Dylan starts playing. And my daughter asks, what instruments are they playing? So I point out acoustic guitar, bass, vocals, electric guitar, the drums come in after a few measures. And listening a bit more deeply like this, I noticed something peculiar about strumming. As you may know from learning guitar, we like to make things simple. This song uses these chords, it uses this strumming pattern, you put that together and there you go. But when you listen to this song in particular, you'll notice that the strumming pattern changes virtually every single measure. There's absolutely no pattern to it. However, it still creates a consistent groove or like a feeling. So what this tells me, this is evidence that the actual pattern, the order of downstrokes and upstrokes, doesn't really matter. There has to be something else that makes it feel like the song. So today, I want to figure out what that something else could possibly be. And through that, I'll teach you the method, or dare I call it, the trick, to being able to hear a song and then play along to it without learning a specific pattern, just being able to feel it out. And by the way, I have a free ebook. It's free for all my subscribers. I'll put a link to that in the corner and down below so you can grab your copy. And if you enjoy learning guitar with me, please take a moment to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We'll begin by making a chord shape. Let's do E. Oftentimes when I practice strumming, I like to mute the strings. I just lightly touch them. But for this exercise to work, we need to be playing a chord shape so that we can hear music come out of our guitar. And this entire concept revolves around playing a steady stream of down ups on guitar. So we're just constantly going down, up. It's just like when somebody plays a shaker. And we'll count along as we move our arm down and up. I'll go a little bit slower. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and we're just focusing on making a smooth sound, being really soft with our strumming. That means not gripping the pick too tight, letting your wrist relax, getting the motion to come from your elbow and your forearm. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And you just get used to making a soft and steady stream of down ups. And once you can do that, you want to add what I call the dynamic wave. It's like a wave, in the ocean. It crashes on beat 1 and then it settles down until the next beat 1. It goes like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2. So you're building up to 1. I want to switch chords to G. My fingers are getting a little bit tired of the E chord, and let's just try that a bit. A little bit slower. 1 and 2 and. So beat 1 is nice and big, and then it tapers down and gets quieter. And then another big beat 1, and you get these big waves. And now, we're gonna add some emphasis in a couple more spots. We're gonna expand our groove to 2 measures. So we're counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 times in a row. We'll emphasize beat 1, and then we're gonna emphasize beat 3, and then in the next measure, we'll emphasize beat 1, and that's it. Like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So we have 3 waves hitting during those 2 measures, and you can see it all right here. And we repeat it a few times, letting ourselves get lost in that feeling. You don't have to count, you go bang, bang, bang. Nice and soft, nice and steady. Next, I want to start tackling some of the offbeats, the ands. And instead of playing them with more emphasis, like we're doing with all the downbeats, will instead miss the downbeat right after it. So if I want to emphasize the and after 2, I can just miss the beat 3 that happens right after it. And to do that, I just miss the strings with a downstroke. And we're going to go back to playing down ups smooth and steady first. So let's do this on a D chord. And we're not emphasizing anything, just nice smooth stream of down and ups. And we're going to miss beat 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and miss and 4 and 1 and 2. I'll slow it down a bit. 1 and 2 and miss and 4 and 1 and 2. And you can just hear that offbeat just kind of pop out. You know, no emphasis required. Just missing beat 3 after it. And I want to add that to the second measure of the thing that we were playing right before this, where we emphasized 1, 3, and then 1. So this is what we have now. We're emphasizing beat 1, beat 3, beat 1, and then we're missing beat 3 in that second measure. And we'll just do that all together, nice and slow. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and when we speed that up, and to me, that feels like the strumming in Knockin' on Heaven's Door. And in order to take this whole thing and go one step further, to be able to apply this concept to any song, here's what you got to do. First, you just listen to the music. No guitar required. We're just listening. And then you're going to make a little percussion sound with your mouth, like da or ba or whatever, you know, and you just do that along with the tune. You just let go a little. There's no right answers. Just experiment. Try to tap into the feeling and the rhythm of the song without worrying about the technicalities. And I can't play real recordings on my channel here, but I have some backing tracks that I made for actual songs. And I just want you to watch me try this. So we have a backing track here, and I'm just gonna do my vocalization, you know. Bam, 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 bam. You know, that's what the song feels like to me, right? Then I'm gonna move my arm down and up to the beat of the song on muted guitar strings. That way I don't have to like know the chords to the song or anything. I'm just worrying about the feeling of it. Bam, bam, bam. You know, you start saying the beat as you do this. Bam, 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 bam. And whenever you're saying the beat, that's where you add the emphasis. You might have to slow down the song. And depending on where you're at with guitar, you might have to really slow it down, count it out, and do all that, you know. I mean, we're all in different places, and I could go on for like 2 or 3 hours covering every single variable and every way of doing this. But all in all, these are the steps that we need to take in order to go from simply, you know, following some guy online who tells you what order to do downstrokes and upstrokes versus just listening to a song and being able to nail the strumming by ear. Now, if you enjoy learning guitar with me, I'd appreciate if you could take a moment to like and subscribe. And if you feel like you learned something from this lesson, you'll probably learn a whole lot more from taking my online courses. I have one, Strumming Made Simple, that is all about building your rhythm into the intermediate and advanced areas, learning to pick up strumming patterns by ear, to add expression and dynamics to your playing, to learn to play and sing at the same time, and a whole bunch more. I'll put a link to that in the corner and down below. Otherwise, let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this lesson, or even just to say hi. I appreciate hearing from all of you. Take care and have a fun time practicing. I'll see you soon.